Shalom. I'd like to start off by saying all praise to Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim HaKadosh, double answer apostle elders, a great Muslim that taught me this is 100% truth to rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there pushing this truth in all sincerity and wish their lives to do so. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered on the four corners of the earth that believe in the truth Yahweh Bashim Shai. Shalom, this is your brother Dawah. Here, to make a quick lesson, and Lord willing, it is edifying. I'm going to start here in Ben Sirach or Eschatologicus 38 and 27, which reads, "So every carpenter and worksmaster that laboreth night and day, and they that cut and grave seals, and are diligent to make great variety, and give themselves to counterfeit imagery, and watch to finish at work. The smith also setting by the anvil, and consider the iron work. The vapor of the fire wasteth his flesh, and he fighteth with the heat of the furnace. The noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ear, and his eyes look still upon the pattern of the thing that he maketh. He setteth his mind to finish his work. He watcheth to polish it perfectly. So doth the potter sitting at his work, and turning the wheel about with his feet, who is always careful set at his work, and maketh all his work by number. He fashions the clay with his arm, and boweth down his strength before his feet. He applieth himself to lead it over, and he is diligent to make clean the furnace. All these trust in their hands, and every one in wise in his work. Without these cannot a city be inhabited, and they shall not dwell where they will, nor go up and down." Yeah, so everybody in this world, has a purpose, you know, and the Lord has placed it upon, certain people to be passionate about, their occupations or the things of this world. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they got a saying like people will say, "Oh, I want to know what my purpose is," or what is my purpose?" Well, sometimes people find their purpose in what they do, or what their occupation is, or is to be held. You know what I'm saying? Like, people love, or seek to be or to have the passion, of being a doctor or a lawyer or a pilot. All those things are needed, for a city to be ran. You know what I'm saying? Because you get in legal troubles, you got to find you a lawyer. If you get a medical issue, you got to see a doctor. You know what I'm saying? You need a ride. You got, so-called Uber drivers or cabs or bus drivers. All these things are needed for a city, to function. Grocery stores, the manager, the cashier, the employee, the stockers, all those things are needed. You know what I'm saying? For the city to function, and those things you're gonna need. You're gonna need water. You're gonna need food. You know what I'm saying? And there's somebody that has to, to supply it. The farmer. Going to the grocery store. All these things are needed and have a purpose. And these are things that the Lord has appointed people to do. But the difference between the 2/3 and the 1/30, hopeful elect, is that those that are the 2/3, that's where their passion lies in the cares of this world, the carnal things, the pleasing the flesh. Whether they be a Jake celebrity, what I'm saying, so-called rapper, singer, basketball player. Those people have received their constellation on this side, so that's what their passion lies. They don't want to lose the things of this world. Their passion lies in the wealth and the things that they've tried to build here in this society. You know what I'm saying? But the elect, because they're going to be men, women, and children, who are of the elect, that also do these things. They have these jobs or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But their passion isn't for that occupation that they hold. Their passion is in Yahweh Shem Shai. You know what I'm saying? They do these things, to, make ends meet, in their daily lives, because, we're in captivity here in Babylon the Great, so-called USA or America, you know what I'm saying? We, those that are of the hope of elect, we understand that, this is a prison sentence that we've been here to be punished by Yahweh Shema Shai, by his right, slack it, by, um, his, uh, his whooping stick, which is Esau Edom, you know what I'm saying? That he has given the power into for him to rule over his people. You know what I'm saying? He uses Esau Edom as a whipping stick into us, putting us in this captivity. You know what I'm saying? Fulfilling his purpose of, punishing us for the, us going off as a people. You know what I'm saying? So he sent him over here to conquer our people, and he brought us, the Southern Kingdom Jakes over on slave ships, you know what I'm saying, fulfilling prophecy to serve a prison sentence here in these last days, you know what I'm saying? And he's using him, to use and abuse us, as a punishment, you know what I'm saying, you know, until his return, until we give us our salvation, but with that, 2/3 of his people are going to be destroyed here in Babylon the Great, you know what I'm saying, because their passion is about the cares of this world, you know what I'm saying? Your so-called, Jay-Z's, your LeBrons, you know what I'm saying, your Michael Jordans, they receive the constellation on their side. They love and they're passionate about, this, this society and the things that they built, and, they just want to, continue to grow, you know what I'm saying, and what they have here, you know, and that's what their, passion lies, you know what I'm saying? Their passion doesn't lie with the truth of Yahweh Shemar Shai. Only those that, the Lord has given that spirit into, to follow after him, those first few spirits that he created, in the beginning, to follow after him, you know, they're gonna have these occupations as well, but their passion lies with Yahweh Shemar Shai. That's who they rely to survive upon, in these times, because we know that these occupations that we gain and, these things that are given to us are provided for us by Yahweh Shemar Shai. You know what I'm saying? Both the good and the bad things that we experience in life, we understand that, you know what I'm saying? So, uh, those that have the understanding, they know that, they got to go into the Lord, you know what I'm saying, for the answers, you know what I'm saying? Because we, as we're in the last of the last days, and we're going to have no choice but to rely upon Yahweh Shema Shai in these last days, you know what I'm saying? Because this devil's about to present, the RFID chip mark of the beast unto the world, you know what I'm saying? And, if you don't fold and bow down to the image of the beast in his image, you know, you're not going to be able to survive unless the Lord, you're part of the, hope elect that the Lord's going to save out of this madness to come, out of the times of Jacob's trouble, So the Lord has just already predestined and appointed, people, to do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Rather you be a McDonald's employee, a doctor, a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? Cab driver, bus driver, whatever, those that's had been appointed unto you by Yahweh Shema Shai. And if you're part of the elect that, have these jobs, you do these things to survive, but your whole, your passion doesn't lie in that. You know what I'm saying? You understand that you're willing to walk away from these things because, the people that, whose passion lie with this, when they're presented with that, RFID Michael C hip, you know what I'm saying? They're going to take it because that's where their passion lies. Their passion lies in their works, their occupation. They're driven by that, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the scriptures here are going into. Like, they're driven by the passion of what they do, you know what I'm saying? And you forget it for the celebrity Jakes, you Jay-Z's, the niggas like that, that's what the whole passion, what they work for in their life is to, for that, you know what I'm saying? But that has been appointed to them by Yahweh Shema Shai. That's their lot, you know what I'm saying? The Lord has given them that lot, you know what I'm saying? For them to fulfill, But, it sucks for, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel that are in these lower positions, you know what I'm saying? Like, being a cashier or, working at McDonald's, whatever it may be, that's just out here just living their daily life, trying to survive in Babylon, and don't know the way of Yahweh Shem Shai. That's been appointed unto you. You know what I'm saying? You're here, to be judged. You're here. The Lord has appointed you, to your occupation and your work to fulfill in this day. But you also truly, you just been appointed here for judgment. If you don't know Yahweh Shem Shai, if you're not part of the hopeful elect that, the Lord's going to give salvation to, you're truly just here to be judged. You know what I'm saying? And we know that Babylon the Great, or the daughter of Babylon, which is so-called America, this is a prison sentence into the nation of Israel. And it's, created to be an altar because the Lord is going to burn this place into a crisp. And this is a place of judgment. You know what I'm saying? So many are here to be judged. Few should be saved. You know what I'm saying? As the scriptures say. There's, more that are going to, be, there's more that's going to perish than that shall be saved. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I said it to the spirit, but we can even bring that out. But let me finish with this. It's reading on. Without these cannot a city be inhabited, and they shall not dwell where they will, nor go up and down. They shall not be sought for the public council, nor sit in congregation. They shall not sit in the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment. They cannot declare justice and judgment, and they shall not be found where parables are spoken. Yeah. So, those that are just caught up in, the occupation or the cares of this world, or, just daily survival, and they don't know the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, these are the people that, are not going to be seek to be found of the Lord's counsel. You know what I'm saying? Those that are seeking and to be found in the Lord's counsel are the men that the Lord has set up to go on the highways and byways or teach these daily epistles, you know what I'm saying, that the Lord has given his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding into. You know what I'm saying? Those are held in high regards, you know what I'm saying, of the nation of Israel in this world. You know what I'm saying? These so-called doctors, lawyers, these celebrities, you know what I'm saying? They don't know the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai. You're not going to seek them for counsel. You're not going to seek them for the way. You know what I'm saying? The men that are on the highways and byways risking their lives, to prophesy the downfall of this nation, those are the people that's going to be on the council seats of Yahweh Shem Shai. You know what I'm saying? But, you see these men, that are out there, weekly, prophesying the words of Yahweh Shem Shai, they're looked at funny, you know what I'm saying, by the heathen, especially their own people. You know what I'm saying? Jake hates, the prophets of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And, those are the people, that are not, seeking the ways of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Those that, pass by the men and they frown upon them, you know what I'm saying? They're just here to be judged. They're not, seeking the congregation. They're not seeking the knowledge of the understanding of the Lord. They more here, to do what they do, live their daily life, work their occupation, you know what I'm saying? Whether it may be, whether they're making good money or little money, you know what I'm saying? They just more, fascinated with the cares of this world, you know what I'm saying? Buy a new pair of kicks, a new car, you know what I'm saying? A new house, whatever, their cares are for, or the cares of the world. They're not, concerned about the ways of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? All they want to do is make a few dollars so they can survive, you know what I'm saying, in this captivity. Even those are the heathen, they don't care. They just want to survive. They have, they don't know the Lord, so they don't care. They don't want to go have their dinner dates, you know what I'm saying? Go and just have the good time and be caught up in mirth or whatnot, and enjoy the present, day-to-day living that they have. You know what I'm saying? They're not concerned about, the ways of the Lord, especially, Jake, you know what I'm saying? They more caught up in, just being, in bliss, you know what I'm saying? Being, enjoying, the things that this world has to offer, instead of, seeking, the Lord's. They're not going to be found where the parables are found, because only the elect are going to, know the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, the Lord, the ones that the Lord has chosen to reveal his truth into. They're going to understand the parables that the Lord has spoken. You know what I'm saying? But because this is going to be given to them by Yahweh Shem Shai through the men of the Lord that the Lord has set up to teach them, his word. You know what I'm saying? Read knowing. But they will maintain the state of the world, and all their desire is in the work of their craft. Yeah, those that are not, seeking after the Lord, you know what I'm saying, and worrying, more concerned about, being in his part of the congregation, those, who are on the outside of that, their desire is the care of this world, you know what I'm saying, and so they're caught up in their craft. They just want to enjoy, the things that this life have to offer, you know what I'm saying, not thinking about, building up their treasures in heaven. They want to build up their treasures here on earth. But I know I said I would get it's in second address that many Slovakia. What's this? All right. This is second Esdras 81, and he answered me, saying, the Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few. I will tell thee a similitude, Esdras, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it is given much mud, whereof earthen vessels are made, but like dust that gold cometh of, even so is the course of the present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There was many created in this world, but few shall be saved. The Lord is not coming to save all the, the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? He's only coming to save a remnant, the elect, souls that, he has created to save during these last days. You know what I'm saying? So some people are just here, to be judged. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they're here to fulfill their purpose, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying, in their occupation. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has appointed them not to know him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking of those, of his nation, of the nation of Israel, the 2/3 that are going to be destroyed here in Babylon. He's appointed you to not know him, and to appointed you to be compassionate about your work and your daily occupation to help the city, function so you can be utterly destroyed. You know what I'm saying? That's what you've been appointed. Everything's predestined. Everything's preordained. You know what I'm saying? That's the lot that the Lord has chosen unto you. You know what I'm saying? And this is Matthew 19:28. And Yahweh said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the generation, when the Son of Man shall sit on the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit up upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Yeah, and that's going into those that sit on the judge's seat. You know what I'm saying? Those are these men out here that's on the highways and byways, preaching the truth of Yahweh Shem Shai. Those are the men that the Lord has appointed, or some of these men that's out there, are the men that the Lord has appointed to be on that judgment seat. You know what I'm saying? To rule alongside Yahweh Shem Shai. You know what I'm saying? These are the men, the Lord has raised up, to be the heads of the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? As and that's the men, that you're seeking for that counsel, going back to the second Esdras 38. It's like Ecclesiastes Ben Sirach 38. That they will be found seeking his counsel. You know what I'm saying? It says again, they shall not be sought for the public counsel, nor sit in the congregation. They shall not sit in the judge's seat. Yeah, those people that are caught up in their occupations, they're not going to sit on the judge's seat because they're more concerned about the work here in the in this world than the works of Yahweh Shem Shai. The Lord has not appointed them to know him or to be a judge or to, teach his gospel or to understand his gospel. You know what I'm saying? They just been appointed to do what they do in their current occupation, to help the city flow. You know what I'm saying? And they're here to be judged by the Lord, you know, nor understand the sentence of judgment. They're not going to stand, how the Lord works or the judgment of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know what I'm saying? They cannot declare justice and judgment, and they shall not be found where the parables are spoken. So you're not going to find them seeking the Lord. You're not going to see them on the highways, following after the men on the highways and byways who are speaking unto you the parables of Yahweh Shema Shai, because their cares are not, of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Their cares is, of the world. You know what I'm saying? So those that are of the elect, you're going to find them where parables are spoken or found. You know what I'm saying? But, the men that the Lord has chose to be on his judgment seat, you're going to see them out there on the highways and the byways preaching his gospel. You know what I'm saying? This is Matthew 13:10. And the disciples came and said to him, why speak thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Yeah, and the Lord, spoke openly among the world. You know what I'm saying? Amongst the heathen and even to his own people. But some of them didn't understand the parables because it wasn't meant for them to understand. It was meant for, his men, disciples, and, those that, of the hopeful elect, to understand the parables that were being spoken, because the Lord opened up, the understanding, for those, he has chosen to receive his truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's who are going to be found where parables are spoken. Those are who are the hopeful elect of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know what I'm saying? You're going to find them seeking after the men of the Lord, seeking after the judges, the men that are out there on the highways and byways teaching his truth. You know what I'm saying? Those are making, daily epistles, giving exhortation, showing, their obedience and their love and their passion for Yahweh Shema Shai. You know what I'm saying? Even though, like I said, these men who doing the work, you're still going to have these occupations, but, their true occupation or their passion lies with Yahweh Shema Shai. They're going to be doing the works, along with, taking care of what they got to do in their daily, life, because they know that that's been appointed to them by Yahweh Shema Shai. You know what I'm saying? Them doing the works of him and, the job that they have been given, whatever the occupation that they hold, you know what I'm saying? That's what been given to them by the Lord, you know what I'm saying? And, the men of the Lord, they're satisfied, what the Lord has provided them, whether occupation they hold, whether it's Uber driver or, lawyer, somebody that works in the, medical field, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? Truck driver, whatever, has been appointed unto them, men who own their own business, who are in this truth and still, have been appointed to be, men of the Lord to teach the gospel. You know what I'm saying? Their passion lies with, the gospel of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know what I'm saying? They understand that, they got duties to take care of, while they're in this captivity. But, the Lord has appointed them, a greater duty in, to teach the truth. You know what I'm saying? And gather in the elect of the nation of Israel. So that's where their passion truly lies. You know what I'm saying? Those are of the elect. The passions, lie. Our passions lie with, knowing and understanding the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai, so we can receive, our salvation. You know what I'm saying? We hope to be saved out of the, destruction to come that the Lord is about to bring upon the earth. But that, there's, those that have been appointed to be 2/3 of the nation of Israel, and those that have been appointed to be a hopeful elect, and, there's, those that, are not, involved in the truth. You know what I'm saying? They're here to be judged. And this is Amos 3:7. Surely the Lord power will do nothing but revealeth his secret unto the servants of prophets. Yeah. And the prophets are, giving the secrets of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know what I'm saying? And they're out here teaching, the 100% truth, that has been but given unto them. This is Revelations 19:10, which reads, "And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do not slack it, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Lord, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy." Yeah, and uh, the true men of the Lord are going to be prophesying the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, because the secrets has of the Yahweh Shema Shai has been given unto them, and they're going to be prophesying, what I'm saying, the secrets that he has revealed into them. Like, for instance, the MOTB being a physical mark, what I'm saying, is not a spiritual mark, as there's many out there, these other camps telling you, like, uh, IUIC, what I'm saying, leading the way with that, what I'm saying, telling you that the mark of the beast is a spiritual mark, it's not a carnal mark. No, it ain't the RFID microchip. No, that's a lie. What I'm saying? These men are misleading you, but that's also been appointed by Yahweh Shema Shai. What I'm saying? They're fulfilling prophecy as well. What I'm saying? Because there's a false prophets out there. There's only one truth, and it's 100% truth. What I'm saying? And so those that tell you that, oh, we don't have the whole truth, they're lying to you. What I'm saying? The Lord has given you everything you need to know to receive salvation on this side. What I'm saying? And the Lord has given a group of men, what I'm saying, his 100% truth to help lead his flock. What I'm saying? And for them to receive the salvation. So, and we know who those men are. Those are the men of Great Millstone and those that teach like doctrine. What I'm saying? Because they're the one who's warning you and giving you the prophecy of the RFID microchip being the mark of the beast. And we already see that it's here. What I'm saying? And, as the scriptures say, the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. And they're warning you that, there's a Jacob's trouble coming. World War III is on the brinks. And that this devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath and, force you to take his mark. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the hour of temptation that the whole world is going to have to face. And this is the time that we're in. This is 2023, the hopeful year of all prophecies coming to pass. And these things are happening. You know what I'm saying? Because this is we're in the last days of the last days. And this is the time that the Lord has appointed for these things to take place. And this is the generation that's going to see the coming of the day of the Lord. This is it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no turning back now. All things are going here to be fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? The mark of the beast is on the scene. This devil getting ready to, to make the transition into his digital currency. You saw the situation with, Wells Fargo, the bank shutting down. This is here. You know what I'm saying? This is prophecy being fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? But, you got these idiot camps out here telling you that, oh, the mark of the beast is a spiritual mark and it's not a physical mark. Well, for those that follow after them, this the blind lead the blind, and you're here to be judged. You know what I'm saying? You're here to fulfill your occupation. You know what I'm saying? To help the city flourish, and you're here to be put to death. You know what I'm saying? By Yahweh Shema Shai. That's your judgment that has been pointed of you. If you take that RFID chip, mark of the beast, the physical mark, the digital oil that this devil is going to force upon you, you will be judged by Yahweh Shema Shai. That's what you've been put here for, to receive that judgment. And this is 2 Peter 2:9, which reads, "The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations." So the Lord, during the times of Jacob's trouble and the time that this devil going to force his RFID chip, mark of the beast, the Lord is going to lead you out of that temptation. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to allow you to take the RFID chip, mark of the beast, because he knows that's if you take it, you're going to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to, take you out of that temptation. He's going to deliver you from that. Knowing and to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished. Yeah. For those that are going to be punished, they're going to take that mark of the beast, RFID microchip. You know what I'm saying? That's what they've been reserved for. They've been reserved to be punished. So, those that, are here just, living their daily life and, dealing with the cares of this world, being passionate about their occupation and, going upon life daily and, just wanting to, thrive and have the luxuries of in their captivity in Babylon the Great. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be destroyed on this side because, to hold on to that occupation, you know what I'm saying, for those that are doctors and lawyers and went through lots of schooling for, and or have their own business or whatever, and they, it's very lucrative, and they gained a lot of money, gained a lot of resources. You know what I'm saying? They have lots of, property, cars, and what I'm saying, land or whatever. They gained access, interest from, building. You know what I'm saying? You know, their company, or their business, or in their work. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna want to hold on to that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're passionate about, what they've done or what they've built here, because they've built up treasures here on earth and not in heaven. You know what I'm saying? And the men on the highways and byways, you know, those are, of the hopeful elect. They're building up their treasures here on earth. So we're ready to walk away from all this. You know what I'm saying? And I say we, including myself, you know, uh, Lord willing, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Because many are called, but few are chosen, and Lord willing, among the number that has been called and chosen to be saved out of this. You know what I'm saying? Receive the salvation of Yahweh Shem Shai. We all hope that we are, those that are passionate about Yahweh Shem Shai and His truth, and out there in the highways and byways risking their lives and making, these days epistles. You know what I'm saying? And being brotherly, that that are doing the work. We hope that to receive the salvation of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But we know that those are some people that the Lord has appointed many to be judged. You know what I'm saying? So so those that are of the hope of the elect, you know what I'm saying, the Lord is going to deliver them from the temptation. And those that are not, you know what I'm saying, those are the 2/3. You're here to be judged. You're here to fulfill what it is that the Lord has appointed unto you in that lot, you know what I'm saying, of your career that you're caught up into. You know what I'm saying? That's your passion. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna die, trying to hold on to that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna take this RFID chip mark of the beast to try to continue on in this society. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be destroyed. But that's the lot that has been appointed unto you. And those that the Lord said chose to receive salvation shall be saved out of this destruction to come. And there's going to be many of our those that are of the hopeful elect. They're going to be martyrs for the Lord during that time. But the Lord is going to put that that's just spirit upon them to receive their judgment of being a martyr. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to be risen up in the Lord's coming. One of the first to be resurrected in the Lord's coming, when the Lord brings us out and delivers us from the hands of our enemy Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? When he rescues us and gives us salvation, they're going to be risen up first, and they're going to see the destruction of all the heathens here. You know what I'm saying? In Babylon the Great, in the lake of fire. While we're in the chariots. You know what I'm saying? Looking down upon this place being burned, and along with the 2/3 niggas of our nation being destroyed with them. You know what I'm saying? Who the Lord has appointed that lot into. But the best thing about those that are part of the 2/3, they're going to be given their salvation through the hopeful elect. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be in the right mind state in the kingdom to come, in our kingdom. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to receive their salvation. So all of Israel will be saved. You know what I'm saying? With the everlasting salvation, to come. But just 2/3 got to be destroyed on this side, because that's the way the Lord has wrote His story to take place. But that's pretty much it. I just want to say, I hope this lesson is edifying. Just want to say, Kol Halei Yahweh Shem Shai, Kwam Mashiach, Abba, and Shalom.